Hi, Gemini Moons. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Gemini, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be using a 6-card spread. I will be using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck. I have my deck here. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling. I just wish you all the best. And thank you for allowing me to be here in your space. I really do appreciate you. I see the good in you. I feel the good in you. And you're just a wonderful you. God is good. Gemini Moons. Thank you, Spirit. We'll do a couple more here. And this pictured here is your beautiful constellation. This one, my spirit was drawn to this one. I just think it speaks a very intimate statement about the warrior in you. I feel also too, there may be a death and rebirth process that's happening with you when it comes to your twin energy, and just a revitalization where you're becoming even more pristine and supreme. I'm gonna split the deck here. And I think we'll leave this. Let me move some of these pretty pearls here. We'll put this right here and move it if we need to. All right. Oh, floaty. So the first card we have for you, Gemini Moon, is the 8 of Cups. So I'm definitely getting a walking away motion. Moving away from what no longer serves you. I feel you may be connected to someone that you are planning to move towards, where you have gone through processes, seen what it is and felt what it is that you don't want, and becoming even more assured of what you do want. I do also feel that this speaks to that twin energy that is within you, as we have 4 cups at the top of this card and 4 cups at the bottom. And so with that, I feel that this is speaking to your overall balance and coming into balance, allowing the divine to come in and help you and assist you to be able to have this forward movement, to want better for yourself and do greater for yourself and allow greater things to come into your life. A lot of things that have to do with the heart. I would say that maybe you're coming out of some heartbreak or going through that currently, as this is your beginning card. But I do feel with this change, and with this being the first card as a part of your journey, that is definitely necessary for you. I feel you feel very strongly about it, and just really coming into your true spirit. There's a lot of angel presence that is around you, and that is within you. The 8 is also representative of the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio ruler being Mars and Pluto, so that energy may be significant depending on what your placements are. And then also the 8, I'm getting abundance and the Magician energy, where the Magician energy is that spirit, that strong spirit within you, that balancing of your, I would say, you know, your inner twins. Also the masculine, I feel the masculine and the feminine energy that's within you as well. And the abundance that is being brought in, that you're bringing in yourself as you come even more into this balance. Cups energy is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So I'm getting also too with that very strong Scorpio energy, where you may have very strong Scorpio energy in your birth chart, or you are connected very strongly to someone who is a Scorpio or has strong Scorpio in their chart. And also too, this overall energy of Scorpio, I feel with the 2 energy presence there, kind of matching with your twin energy, that you may be in the essence of that Scorpio energy where you're going through cycles that have to do with the scorpionic energy, and coming back into that, mentioning before the first card here, and just speaking to overall rebirth of you and who it is that you're truly coming into. But also, I would say, as you are increasing and coming from, I feel, a lower vibe type energy, whether that be within you or surrounding you, or both, which is nothing bad at all. You know, everything that transpires for us, we bring about for ourselves on our journey in order to have change and greater change and come even closer to our destiny, which has everything to do with true happiness. And so I feel that there's an upgrade here with the scorpionic energy as well, where as you're upgrading yourself, you're meeting that. And someone I feel is also meeting you with that energy as well, if that makes sense. An overall ascension here, where the walking away, I feel like, is like walking towards taking flight and ascending. So the second card we have is the Nine of Wands. And so with this Nine of Wands energy, this is the card of the wounded warrior. I feel that is speaking to the spiritual increase that is taking place within you, having everything to do with your purpose and what it is that you are here to do in this lifetime. Depending on what your Chiron is, I feel that's very significant in relation to this card. The 9 is representative of the 9th house, house of Sagittarius. And so we have, you know, I feel a good blend of that water and fire energy coming together, speaking to that balance too. There's a lot of reference sometimes to water and fire not really mixing, but it is, you know, they're all elements that I feel as they come together have a very special power in some kind of way, or they wouldn't even exist, you know, as the 4 elements, speaking to fire, water, air, and then the overall stability with that coin energy. And so with the fire and water, I feel like that is a part of that magician energy from the 8. And when I say magician energy from the 8, the 8 is the upright symbol of the infinity sign that is over the magician in the traditional magician card. But I feel speaking to that fire and water energy, I feel there's a special magic that comes with utilizing those 2 energies, where there may have been some old belief about the coming together of those 2 energies and not producing good results. And so also too with the 9 going towards the 10, 9s are about completion. I feel a part of your purpose here as well is coming into the ending of dropping, or not dropping, but that ending being a part of dropping burdens as we move from the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands here. And so I would say too that the overall energy of you is this Ace of Wands energy coming into a new creative endeavor and beginning, having to do with your true spirit. And then also too, The humanitarian energy is present here, where I do feel that you have a lot of love and passion in your heart and a strong dedication to serve others, but realizing with this wounded warrior, this Chiron energy, that it is very important to serve yourself first and to fill that cup, which is that fire and water energy there that's totally confirming that there. So with the fire and water energy, this creative new passion and endeavor that you are coming into, having everything to do with your spirituality, I feel there's been an awakening of some sort where you're walking away from what no longer serves you and realizing the cup energy that is very important in order to begin anew is that Ace of Cups energy of you fulfilling yourself and putting yourself first and filling your own cup first, realizing that that is a very important process if anything are to begin on a stable foundation coming back to Wands energy, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This may have something to do also too with what it is that you're doing in your career as well. I do feel that there's, along with your purpose, I feel there's a very strong incorporation that you're using, and that having everything to do with the creativity that is within you. But Wands energy, before we go on to the third card, has a lot to do with, I would say, I'm getting the King of Wands and Queen of Wands energy, and that leadership role, coming into some kind of leadership. And if it's not, if that's not resonating with you, I would definitely say it's something very strongly having to do with your career, where there may be either you or someone you're connected to who's into things that have to do with the Wands energy, like construction or engineering. And that doesn't have to be the formal of what is known in society. This could have, something to do with what you're building. And then also, not necessarily the formal way of engineering, but also to how you're going about something that has to do with your career. But I am overall getting very strong Sagittarius energy here as well, which also too is the polarity of Gemini. And so that could be too where that twin energy that's within you is kind of accessing that polar opposite of you, that Sagittarius energy, and being that force. That's exactly that fire and water energy there. Being that force of that, having that force of that fire behind you, having that be a part of your stability, where you're able to really come into, again, that true Gemini spirit that's within you. So that's beautiful. I've been very pretty. I love that. And I love that feeling. The third card we have is the Five of Cups. Now this did come out in reverse, but I do feel even if it were, it still has the same energy where I'm getting, it's not necessarily dwelling on the past or feeling like you're in a lack. I do feel this has to do with the mourning. The mourning of, and this is, it's a totally and absolute necessary process that is, I feel, in the successful part of the divine order, coming into your true spirit. So in a realization, an awakening, an awareness, and then, going through that process of relating to the past and possibly doing some reflecting on the past and wanting to right your wrongs, and knowing that that feeling within you where if you didn't, I feel you are also realizing that the process of moving forward would just take a little bit longer. So I feel that, you know, that fire that's within you, that's propelling you forward, is helping you to be more in this Five of Cups energy, where you're releasing, shedding those tears, and not being afraid to do so. And again, that Ace of Cups energy here is present, where speaking on that Four of Cups energy, if we come back to that Ace of Cups and what is the center and what you have come to realize, just as I said, what is important first, which is filling your own cup. Even if that means, you know, releasing those tears, I feel that those tears are eventually going to fill this cup up with the love, mixed in with the love that you have for yourself, and overflow. And that magic there, as it overflows, pours out, and you're able to, in that humanitarian state, provide even more love, not just for yourself, but for those around you, and for those who are in need of assistance as well. So almost kind of being that front runner, that leadership role, and taking on that part and being in the front lines and being representative of what it is to actually go through true spiritual awakening and move forward in success with the divine process of what that takes. And so too, I'm also getting like this, like being overall a celebration. Five energy isn't just about change. It's also about adventure and the excitement that comes with it. And so I feel too, as we're going through this morning phase, you're filling your own cup. You're also feeling that great amount of love that comes from within, and that comes from the divine that continues to truly bless you. I feel like these tears are also not just mourning, but also about celebration as well, as you come into this very strong spiritual awakening, where it deepens and your third eye is beginning to open like even more. And I feel you're just in a very strong state of being thankful and having gratitude. Also too, with the connection that I was getting, where you may be moving away from something, and then also moving into something and being connected to a very strong partnership. The Four of Cups energy from that connection there, here present in the Eight of Cups, is being defined here by this Two of Cups energy, with the Ace of Cups being the overall part of that foundation as well. We have an Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups energy here, that fire and water energy. Very, very strong. But seeing Two of Cups and Two of Cups energy overall within, having balance, two individuals having balance within oneself, being able to come together, doing this process of filling one's own cup and having that power, increasing that power. The fourth card, the King of Wands. So that totally brings me back to this Nine of Wands energy, where I was feeling that King of Wands and that Queen of Wands energy with this here, speaking to very strong partnership possibly between a king and a queen of Wands. All right, so I just had a sign here take place as confirmation that the strength of this King of Wands, the fire is increasing with these feelings here. So this King of Wands, I feel, is having everything to do with what is coming in. Also too, because I'm not feeling this, I feel like your energy is opposite to this king. I feel this is a king where you both have king energy, and both king and queen with that balance of the masculine and the feminine. I feel this is someone outside of you who is making their presence known and moving their way towards you. Again, this could also be that energy, that scorpionic energy of a King of Wands that you are moving away from. And then also to a King of Wands energy that you are moving towards, where that King of Wands that you're moving away from is, you know, we could say I'm getting the reversal of the King of Wands, where it is a misrepresentation of the overall Leo energy, and nothing that, you know, would be bad or anything, because there's no, you know, true definition of what is good or what is bad, but everybody makes choices. And so this energy where there's a King of Wands you may have walked away from just may not have been willing to do the work at that time and decided to make that choice for themselves, where they didn't have the amount of bravery and courage that it takes in order to really truly step up to the plate of such a very strong connection that you are able to be a part of, and them as well. And so moving away from that energy and then coming into a strong King of Wands energy that's making their presence again very well known. After also too, I feel kind of mirroring you in the process of coming through a spiritual process where both of the spirits are coming together as the spiritual work is being done. And so it's just like, like I was saying, increasing and intensifying itself, that fire with the water energy, working together with the water, and this beautiful cups energy here, having like everything to do with, I feel, you know, self-love. There's another person you're connected to outside of you who is also coming into this, and I feel with them holding that Ace of Wands there, that they're holding it very tightly and dearly. And I feel that this is kind of matching your energy, where it means something very special to them. They could also be coming forward as well and wanting to make an offer that has something to do with stability and making something official. As there's two roses and a diamond that's tattooed on this King of Wands hand. I feel too that they may be feeling that the energy within them is vitalized by the energy, the sun energy that you provide whenever you're around, or even when you're not around. There may have been a coming together and then a separation where they're feeling that sunlight energy as they're facing towards the west, which is the energy of transformation, and then also to speaking to overall reflection. And this could be, you know, even both. I would say it's both energies of that King of Wands in reverse and then the King of Wands upright, where there's strong reflection here on what it is that you have brought to their life. The energy, the strong, fiery energy that continues to resonate in and around them that you have brought in, and helping them to come into, you know, their true stability and creativity and a new purpose. They may have something new that's happening for them as well, and they want to share this with you. Going through the process of that spiritual work successfully and wanting to share this new beginning and offer with you and give back to you. Someone who's very, I feel too, very good looking. They take a lot of care into what it is that they wear, how they look. The color red may be very significant. That may be their favorite color, or they just may wear a lot of red. They may have red hair. And then also too, I feel that the way that they represent themselves, they're very respected and seen as a very strong staple in the community, a very powerful leader. Again, the Wands energy is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. The fifth card is the King of Swords, which I do feel is your energy. Now with this King of Wands energy here, where I did get the energy of both the King of Wands in reverse and then also the King of Wands upright, where there's two individuals, one you're walking away from, one you're matching. I feel that King of Swords energy that you have had to come into, this true essence of you. This is your energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But cutting off what no longer serves you, and that being having everything to do with this Nine of Wands energy and the wounded warrior state, where that presence has been felt, and you're working through that and going through that process in order to bring in what it is that you want to see for your life and what is truly destined for you. But with the King of Wands in reverse, I feel that this energy is what has brought you in and helped, well, not necessarily altogether brought you in, but helped to bring you into this King of Swords energy. The King of Swords, I would say, is very strong in the steel power that they use when it comes to this sword. Very, very powerful, very wise, fearless, and not hesitant to put an end to what it is that is no longer serving them, and what is not, they just don't take anything that is unnecessary. There's no time for it. And as you can see, this King of Wands is looking forward towards the east. East is about initiation, and then also to I would say, you know, relating to that Mars energy that I was getting from the Scorpionic energy, all about action, and that being related to not really spending a whole lot of time on the nonsense and putting that energy, being wise with where they put their energy and how they use their mind. Very intelligent, very, very intelligent, studious. I feel that they do a lot of research, and this helps along with their wisdom as well. Very clean and cut, like as far as like overall looks on the outside and how you really truly take care of yourself. And I would say too, with that wisdom, I feel that you do utilize that, also attributes and contributes as well to the power that is within you, which then represents itself outside of you in a very strong way. The angel presence, the stars here, are on the sleeves. It's actually on the wardrobe of this King of Swords. And so I just feel that kind of speaks to that spiritual warrior and that angelic presence that you have surrendered to and allowed to come within you and really truly be in you to help you to have this sword here and not be afraid to use it no matter what it takes. This too, the sword, just like this wand here, is being held, where I'm getting more of that energy from the King of Wands upright, and that dearness connected to you, matching you. I feel that it's almost like the matching energy here of this wand here, having that very closely held to you, where I feel that that's speaking to the amount of work that you've actually done for yourself and how dear you hold that to yourself, and that self-love that you're protecting. I'm getting truth too. So this sword having everything to do with the force of being in truth and how powerful that is, helping you to be able to move forward. I'm getting to being related to that Five of Cups energy, that truth, and going through that mourning process and seeing and reflecting on what no longer serves you, and being able to be in this energy to cut away all of those things. Living in truth, moving forward, knowing what is right and what is necessary. We have this in the energy of the fifth placement as well. And so some of you may be seeing 5-5 or 5-5-5. You may have a life path 5 or a soul path 5. But I feel too, with those fives, that kind of speaks to the manifestation that you're bringing overall with the sword, this Ace of Swords and this Ace of Truth. And we do have two in the presence of this 4 block, where we don't have the 6 card here yet. But we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords here. So it'd be interesting, you know, if this came out as a pentacle, whether it be a pentacle card or not. I do feel it's going to be tied to a coin energy, which is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And the King of Swords is looking towards this energy, whatever this may be. And I do feel it's going to be related to a connection with this King of Wands, where I feel also too, it would be also speaking to with this movement away from the King of Wands, where this King of Wands is facing this way, the King of Swords is facing this way, that King of Wands in reverse being moved away from, and having this sword here on this side in protection mode from what may have been, you know, what was reflected on and being mourned and is now in the past. And anything that may try to come from the past where it is no longer serving is going to be, like, I feel like this force is just preventing that from taking place. And if it did try to come in any kind of way, the strength of this sword wouldn't allow anything to be able to move forward with this King of Swords energy overall. So the 6th card, wonderful, we have is the 4 of Cups, which is matching. So I feel too that the energy that's present here overall, I feel this is speaking to a very magical and telepathic connection that you have with an individual. And as you come into that spiritual awakening and energy and continue to see from the divine the messages and the signals that have always been there for you, it's just a continuous and consistent and persistent process to where you begin to believe even more and trust in the universe even more as these signs continue to be present in your life, where it's speaking to that overall change, that 5 energy. And then the wounded warrior energy, where you are moving away from what no longer serves you and coming into your true purpose. Your true purpose having, I feel very strongly, a lot to do with a spiritual connection that has a lot of love and unconditional love involved. This is, I definitely see this as a matching energy, where one is coming from this wounded warrior phase, which I do feel is you, and really embracing that Ace of Cups energy. And as you're doing that, you're bringing in your match here, where I do feel they have gone through this, seeing this same third eye energy with the teardrops. Kind of, I feel like almost like this is like a plaque or a trophy that's speaking to the definition and the finale of what it is that this energy has gone through. And then being in a state where they're present and making their presence known in your life. But I feel that it's in that fiery, I feel it's like the water and fire coming together is like equal to the overall air energy that's present. And so when I was mentioning the pinnacle energy, even if it didn't make its presence known, I feel like seeing this yellow here and as a part of this plaque, it's speaking to a Jupiter energy that has to do with overall abundance and having, you know, a very strong tie to that coin energy is what I'm getting. And so being in a state of stability after having gone through the same energy here, fulfilling one's own cup and having that self-love. But being in a state where now I feel this 4 of Cups overall presence is speaking to a relationship, a very strong partnership, a 2 of Cups energy that resides in one individual and a 2 of Cups energy that resides in another individual. So I feel too, as I was saying with the beginning of speaking on this card, that there is a very strong connection that is in a new definition of what it means to really truly being in an unconditional agape love relationship, where it's not just about the physical. Because again, the actual presence of the Pentacle is not here. But again, I feel very strongly that this diamond here is making a very strong statement about foundation and the abundance of that, and the Ace of Cups energy that resides in that as well, matching to this energy here, having everything to do with self-love and coming into that strong spiritual awakening process where the third eye has just been strengthened, and the connection between two is becoming even more evident and clear over time, with the same amount of signal and sign, because these are very, very mirroring. Very, very mirroring here. So a truly magical experience that I feel that it is that you are going through, as you have been loving yourself and taking care of yourself and having that unconditional love for yourself and also for others, regardless of, you know, whether that has been in a King of Wands in reverse or a King of Wands upright. But I feel with these two side by side, the strong energy between a fire sign and then yourself here is very evident here with these two cards. And then the overall essence with that Four Cups energy here that I was getting, where you're walking away from a lower vibe type of setting as you have increased yourself. You're meeting, as you come into your spirituality even stronger, you're walking away and moving towards a Ten of Cups with that Two of Cups energy between, I would say, a higher vibe and more matching vibe that matches your vibration as you are ascending, meeting with that King of Wands here with these energies present here. All right, Gemini Moon, so this was your reading. I hope that these messages were very helpful, enlightening, and provided some confirmation for you. I do wish you all the best. I think this is super dope how magical the presence here is of the spirituality that is taking over in each and every single one of these cards, and speaking very strongly to the innate power that is within you as you come into your true self. So I do wish you all the best, and I thank you so much for all of your love and support. Do take great care. I love you. Peace.